there. My name is Al.
My name's Joe.
Together we're Kinda Right.
And
We're here on SoundCloud. Kinda Right. Find us.
Kinda Right with an A.
Right.
Not kind of right.
Right.
Kinda.
Kinda Right.
And
Kinda
if
Right.
you want to listen to us, like Al just said.
And tell your friends, please. And if you do the Facebook or one of those other things, share the link or something. Both of us are off social media. Joe was never on it. I was on it. And I'm off forever.
I do have a Twitter account.
Although
I don't know what... I don't think I could sign in if I wanted to.
I'm going to open...
Actually, no, I got kicked off Twitter.
Oh, really?
I think I talked about dog fucking or something.
Oh, no. Did you have anyone following you? Was anyone following you?
No. Well, I opened an account so that I could, look at what the president was saying or something like that. But then you don't have to do that.
Right.
So I just said, fuck it.
So,
hey, Matt Lauer's looking for $30 million to go away.
Well, interestingly enough, that's what his fucking new pad in Long Island he just bought cost. Matt Lauer, by the way,
$30 million?
Yeah, he just bought a $30 million manse or whatever the fuck you call it, estate. On fucking Long Island, $30 mil. That's because he makes like $28 mil a year, so big deal.
Well,
so years
$20
pay.
million.
So he's embarrassed and ashamed, by the way. More shit's coming out. He got fired because of one woman, but now 8 women came out today and said, yeah, he fucking fingered me too. But he didn't actually finger anyone, but he's another one of these guys who just like shows his penis and talks
apparently
about sex. By the way, notice how every picture of him, he looks creepy. He was the pretty boy before. Now he looks like a creep. He makes Kevin Spacey look like an altar boy.
Yeah, he's fucked up looking.
He's anyway, maybe he's embarrassed and ashamed because now he can't afford that $30 million mansion. You know what I mean? He says his new job, he's first of all, he's fucked.
$33 million Hampton estate.
All right. What's a $3 million amongst friends and fucking...
Isn't that crazy?
And fucking child rapists.
Why would you do that to yourself?
His new full-time job, by the way,
what
is repairing the damage and soul searching. He's going to do some soul searching.
Oh, has he released some?
Yeah.
I haven't read any shit.
Apparently, the first thing he did immediately was drive to his son's prep school. He's got a 16-year-old son. He drove right to his prep school. I guess it was a couple-hour drive. I don't know if it was upstate or what. And to explain in person what the fuck was going on because he's got a 16-year-old son.
Well,
and a long-time wife and other kids and all that shit.
I don't think he's got a wife right now.
Oh no, he does.
Are you sure?
Look it up. Why would I lie? I'm very familiar with this story. This is the biggest story of the day.
All right, so he still has a wife?
Yeah.
Well, apparently,
maybe not as of today, but as of the other day.
Did you hear about the?
She filed for divorce years ago, by the way, and they got back together.
The Sochi Olympics.
Yeah.
This is the woman from the Sochi Olympics.
Yes.
And there was dead-on sexual assault. I don't know whether that means rape or he did. This wasn't just
sounds like they got drunk.
Dick out.
Sounds like they got drunk and he tried to finger her or something, or he did finger her. I don't know. That I don't know because they haven't made that totally clear. But again, one of these fucking guys of privilege who, nobody ever said no to. Not recently, anyway. Apparently, he had some fucking blue-collar type roots and all that shit. But
well, he's a
fucking rapist.
He's a rapist, or
all
close
these guys
to it.
So let me just say this. I'm going to get this out of the way right now.
Annette Roque.
Is that his wife? Yeah.
1998. And he's got 3 kids.
Yeah, I'll tell you who he's got. His oldest son is Jack Matthew Lauer. Then the next and he's 16, by the way. And then Romy Lauer's daughter is 14.
Yep.
And then he's the next child is 11 or 12. His name is Thijs, Thijs. That's very Dutch or something. That IJ in there.
Now, I wonder if he's teaching his kids how to rape women.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Matt Lauer, you need to fucking die. But first, you have to watch
He loves this.
16-year-old Jack Matthew.
This was my idea, and he loves it.
14-year-old Romy. And 12-year-old Thijs, or whatever the fuck his name
This
is.
so terrible.
You get to watch them die of painful, awful, the worst type of leukemia imaginable.
Asshole cancer.
And then after that, no, he gets to die of asshole cancer. And not immediately either, slowly, until like your whole, everything in your fucking belly falls out through your fucking ass cavity.
And they have to reroute your colon through your mouth.
So one more time. Matt Lauer is this week's award winner for the guy who needs to die painfully.
Douchebag of the week.
And first he has to watch his son Jack, his daughter Romy, and his whatever the fuck Thijs
I don't know. I think I feel
die of painful
I kind of feel
leukemia
bad
first.
about bringing the kids into it, because they are kind of innocent.
That's what makes the award so special.
Well, it is, because we're going after the innocent, even though they're related to the guilty.
You know who went after the innocent was their father.
Well,
after a couple innocent girls, feels like he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
I guess the reason, if you're listening out there and you're going,
'Cause
why would you want his kids to die? Well, the point is that
because it's funny. That's why.
Well, it is funny, but if we were going to be, sort of serious, the people we're imagining that the people that he went after and abused were so afraid of him and losing their job. And it's probably, they need that fucking job.
Yeah, right.
I picture a woman who needs the fucking job.
Right.
She can't get fired. She's not going to say anything. And he uses his power as,
a douchebag.
well, as the head. He was the highest paid person on the
Who works for NBC News?
NBC.
Oh, NBC, not just NBC
All
News.
of NBC was the highest paid guy.
Oh, since Leno retired,
And
probably. I'm gonna say that old Jay was probably paid more.
so
While they worked together, I mean.
Getting to my point,
Yeah.
and after being rudely interrupted.
I wasn't interrupting. I was just
But
thinking out loud.
so we think that, this is part of his punishment for preying on the innocent.
what? Losing his job?
No, having his kids die.
Oh, yeah. No,
Which I believe you just said, actually.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. I just like the image of him watching his kids fucking wither away from leukemia, and then his fucking whole innards fall out of his fucking ass.
Because
Sounds
he
like fun,
preyed
and he
on
bleeds
the
out.
innocent.
Yeah.
He preyed on the innocent. You got people that just want to go to work, do their fucking job, get a paycheck. They don't want their ass grabbed. They don't want their tits grabbed.
Yeah, much less by Matt Lauer, by the way, who's
Probably not from anybody. And
it's not as fucking great a catch as he thinks he is, I'm sure. Sure, he thinks he's a fucking catch,
well, this house must be huge, like 15,000 square feet.
all of that, I'm sure. 12 to 15, something.
And these houses are so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you live in a house that's bigger than, I don't know, if it's bigger than, say, 5,000 square feet is ridiculous.
I don't know, man. I mean, 5,000-6,000 sounds nice. 3 is probably perfect. 3 is probably good.
Yeah, and if you
for 2 people.
well, look, we live in this house. My house is, without counting a basement here and the room that I don't have
Right.
in my cabana, it's like 2,200 square feet, and it's way too big.
That's about average, by the way. The average single
way too big.
You can look this up. The average single family home in America is a little over 2,000 square feet.
So,
believe it or not.
And I have 2 bedrooms we never use. We have a room that has the pellet stove in it that it's the pellet stove room.
It's just a sitting room.
I have an office upstairs that I never use, which is a really nice room.
Yeah, you would use the pellet stove room if you didn't have the family room shooting off the back of the house above this. You know what I mean?
Well,
You'd probably be that
couldn't
would be a living room.
You can't put a TV or anything because the pellet stove makes so much
I'm
fucking
just
noise.
saying, the pellet stove probably wouldn't be in there. It doesn't matter. It's all conjecture.
I understand what you're saying.
It doesn't matter. By the way, talking about men behaving badly, again, I've said this about a few guys, but the fucking satisfaction I derive from this is sweeter than 100 orgasms. And that is John Conyers going the fuck down, so to speak. I just love it. I love it.
This kind of developed today, and I watched a little bit of it.
Well, what developed today was Nancy Pelosi throwing him under the bus, but when it came out 4 days ago, she was like, oh, no, he's fine.
Yes, but you know who else threw him under the bus today? After saying all the accusers were white.
The Congressional Black Caucus?
Clyburn said he's got to go. He should resign.
Yeah. Is he in the Congressional Black Caucus?
He's like the
guy.
Clyburn is like the guy.
Yeah. I think
his first name is John Clyburn.
Yeah, I didn't hear about him. All I heard was in broad terms the Congressional Black Caucus was like, you got to go, dude.
You can't be fucking... Can't do it now. Can't be doing it now. It's all fucking over.
Yeah. That's another. What was her name? Nancy Pelosi said something about that. It was actually a good quote. She said, even though little too little, little too late, Nancy. She said something along the line of that the days of hushed up sexual harassment settlements on Capitol Hill are over.
Do you think?
She's like, no more.
John Conyers has tit fucked Nancy Pelosi.
Oh God, I hope so. I mean, she has tit fucked somebody. Hopefully, at least her husband.
She was an attractive woman.
She's still an attractive woman.
I'd probably,
look at those fucking.
I'd probably
cans.
fuck her.
Yeah, come on. The plastic
James
surgery
Clyburn.
keeps herself in shape. That's because she still wears lingerie and shit.
She's got some
garter belts.
She's got some
crotchless
huge
undies,
tits,
massive mammaries.
And you know that. I mean, she's 76 years old, so they're swinging. But that's what do you expect?
So, by the way, after Nancy threw him under the bus, his lawyer came out and said, "Sure as hell, Nancy Pelosi won't be the one to tell the congressman to leave."
Yes, I saw that.
He's not going anywhere.
I saw it. But you know what? Jim Clyburn came out and said he should resign, and that's a whole different story.
You know who might be out of there on the other side of the aisle? Did you hear this one today? There's noise that Rex Tillerson is on his way out, and he'll be being replaced by Pompeo, the CIA director.
Yeah, and I don't...
see that one? Apparently they're at odds. He's at odds with the boss about North Korea. That's something else. I don't remember. I don't know exactly.
Well, we got a refrigerator over here, which has beer and stuff in it.
Good.
And if Al would get me a beer out of there.
I thought you were telling me it was open.
No, it is open. And you still didn't close it. You just pushed it back in. And Al has something in there.
No, I don't. It's somebody else's. This has been in here for fucking 5 years since you built the room.
Oh, put it up on top. And see if the fucking thing closes and stays closed. There we go. Because the refrigerator being open all day does not keep the beer cold. And probably uses
Beer's cold, though.
a little energy.
No, I don't think it was open all day, man. So you fucking messed with my mojo. What were we talking about? Oh, the
Clyburn.
boss. Well, we were talking about Clyburn.
Rex.
I think that's all we can say about John Conyers is just go away already, but he's not gonna.
Rex put a whole bunch of State Department, bureaucrats, employees on the old, getting the Freedom of Information Act stuff released, i.e. all of Hillary's emails. And there was a new Hillary, because I watch everything that might involve Hillary going to fucking prison forever.
Right.
And there was a new guy that came out that was basically threatened that if Hillary got in, he wouldn't have a job anymore. And he was fuck, what the hell was his name? Well, whatever his name was, this guy who is now talking said that there was definitely stuff on her email server that was that was top secret, and she should have never had it on there, and they knew it from the very beginning, and she knew it from the very beginning, which just confirms that she's a lying fucking piece of shit.
She sucks.
How about Terry McAuliffe?
What happened to him now?
Well, he's thinking about maybe running.
For the big job?
Yeah, for 2020, while being sued for
say.
fucking a Chinese motor company out of Chinese electric car company. He and his partner. Terry might be. He is creepier than Matt Lauer.
Yeah, he's a creep.
He really. I guarantee you, he is. It's gonna come out. He fucked a boy or something. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be. I'm not surprised by anybody. There's another one who fucking had to step down from his fucking job at the record label he started. Russell Simmons. You know who he is?
I read that today.
And he was some kind of fucking, mentor and fucking Zen fucking peace dude. And,
he's a fucking slime.
And fucking in 1992, he forced a white bitch to have sex with him.
No,
or 91,
he
whatever.
Literally dragged. I read the article.
And by the way, she's famous too.
He dragged her to his fucking apartment.
Yeah.
Like he was giving her a ride home.
Yeah.
And he told his driver not to bring her home. And she's like, she was like, I can see this. It's not like you're a woman. You're not gonna like start rabbit punching Russell Simmons in the head.
Right.
He's got a big fucking limo driver who's probably got a gun.
Right.
And he says, no, we're not taking her to her apartment. We're going to take her to, we're going to mine. And he's got two big security guards. And he gets her up to his apartment and fucking rapes her.
Right.
And she wasn't screaming, out the window or anything because she was praying that this isn't what,
Going to be her demise.
Yeah. It's like, where's the Russell Simmons that I knew?
Yeah.
And, well, what got her was, here, hang on a second. I'm going to find it. Because Russell said something.
So apparently you're familiar with the story anyway.
Yes.
By the way, her name's like Jenny Lumet or Lumet or something. She's some actress and writer, screenplay writer. She's married to that Bobby Cannavale character.
Yeah, you keep talking. Who is the woman?
Her name, I just said it, is fucking Jenny. It's Lumet. I don't know if it's Lumet or Lumet or Lumet. I don't know how the fuck you say that.
Lumet.
But she, she's an actress. I think her first role was as a child. Remember that fucking movie with Michael Caine and Christopher Reeve called Death Trap? It was based on a fucking play.
Yes.
Excellent movie. Diane Cannon played Michael Caine's wife. She had a heart attack, and then it turns out him and Chris Reeve were gay for each other. Fucking
yes.
creepy.
Yes.
I'll never forget the first time I saw that. I was like, what the fuck? We were young, though. I think I was only 10 or 11. That's how long that movie was. But anyway, she was in that movie, but she played a boy. This girl who got fucking fingered by
well, apparently she
Russell
didn't
Simmons.
like Russell saying after like this all the Weinstein thing.
Yeah.
Quote, this is Russell Simmons. Abusing women in any way, shape, or form violates the very core of my being.
This is what he's saying today?
Well, this is what he said before this came out.
I'm saying.
After the Weinstein, before this came
out.
out.
Right. Excellent.
So she saw this and said...
So this is akin to old George Takei fucking saying bad shit about Kevin Spacey and then, oops.
Yeah.
You're in on it too, George.
Yeah, you've been raping
Same with
people.
Russell.
What has happened at George?
I don't know. He's
you-
gone away. Have you noticed he hasn't been on any fucking commercials at all? He's fired. He's fired. He is also fired.
Jesus. So many.
Everyone's fired.
How many? How many do you think? How many guys? now?
Already? It's like 40 of them already. It's up there.
Because I
You
guess
can't
it's
even-
just like
It's not even worth going over. It's 2 guys a day going on.
it's
now.
like a zero tolerance policy. I mean, and I look on the other side of things. Like, all right, I guess this woman from Matt Lauer went in, talked. Apparently, she had some sort of evidence.
yeah.
She didn't go. She didn't go like the television route. She went right to human resources. Said, "Here's the deal, and here's the evidence."
I believe it was a condom with Matt's jism in it.
Yes, I was thinking it's got to be some of his bodily fluid.
Yeah. DNA.
But it's got to be more than that because that could have been consensual. You know what I mean? The idea is that you are innocent until you're proven guilty.
I guess.
Now that you as a a network don't have to
it
abide by that.
Yeah, as anything, right?
I mean, you've got a morals clause, and that's how they fired his ass.
Well, apparently it was irrefutable evidence, and they thought about it for a day because it came in over the weekend. They thought about it for a day, and then some facts came to light that haven't come, that it wasn't the only time. Now there's reputable facts, according to the network, that it just wasn't this one time. It's happened quite a bit. And
Matt's a
nice
scum.
knowing you. Yeah.
He's a scum.
Doesn't seem to be. He's not fully denying it, but he is saying that some of the allegations aren't true. You know?
Well, at least he's got this mansion, so he can
I think he'll
live.
be selling the fucking mansion
He can live
at
way
a
on
loss.
way on the other side,
Nothing.
away from his wife.
Nothing like having to sell a $33 million property less than a month after you bought it. I'm sure you're going to lose a good 10, 15 on that one, Matt.
It's stupid. I mean, that's fucking. It's stupid.
Like he drove the car off the lot.
I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
$33 million.
It's a lot of fucking. You should look up. You could probably find if you put up
overhead picture or something.
overhead picture of Stearns Mansion over there. Apparently, it's near him because they're buddies. Have you ever seen the aerial views of Stearns shit? Both in Florida and Long Island, he bought the lots next door. In one of them, he knocked a house down. I can't remember which one, but it's funny because there's all these massive 15,000 square foot houses in a row.
Right.
Then you get the Stearns, and there's a fucking lot on this side, his house, and a lot on that side. He did it right.
He purposely put some.
I'm pretty
space.
sure that's the Long Island one, the one in Florida where he's
But
at. You can't.
His house
it's
in
like
Long
Jupiter or
Island
something.
isn't crazy though.
Yeah, it's only like 11,000 square feet, something like that.
Well, that's crazy.
It's a big ass house.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know,
11,000 square feet it's fucking insane.
it's a lot of square footage.
I mean, unless that's a living room you could land a helicopter in.
I mean, who knows?
There's no way to carve up 11,000 square
Well,
feet
they're kind of
and
it's
make
kind
it-
of a big
and make it
fucking-
cozy. You can't make 11,000 square feet cozy.
Well, parts of it is cozy, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, parts of it.
Yeah.
So that means you're going to live in like one little section, and you're never going to see.
Well, your
the
bedroom
rest
is
of the
way
house.
far away from like the kitchen. You know what I mean? Probably. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I've
How
worked
about if
in
you want to get a snack?
I worked in an 18,000 square footer once and a couple of 10, 12ers back in the day in Duxbury there with Wayno.
Yeah, it's just
And
it's craziness.
it's fucking nuts is what it is.
It's craziness.
And then our boy, the owner of the beer distributorship over there, I wonder how big that house is. That's supposedly still the biggest house in Duxbury.
I don't know.
I
You know
did very
what?
little work there. I think that's probably around 20.
It's the if I can only just get this next thing, I'll finally be happy.
I don't know. I mean, but there's nothing wrong with having a big house, you know?
Yeah, there is.
I don't know.
Because you're a pig.
You think so if you got a nice big house?
Yeah.
You're a pig.
I'm talking like 15. Look,
I mean, everything's relative, Joe.
You're a pig. If you have 27 kids and you have a fucking 8,000 square foot house,
Well,
maybe
then you're a
not
pig because you have 27 kids.
But
first
Jesus
of all,
Christ, I mean, if you have 3 kids,
no excuse for
2
having
kids,
27 kids.
and you have a 10,000 square foot house, you're just a pig.
I personally think there's no excuse for having more than 4 kids.
You're
or 3.
showing everyone. Here's your deal. You're showing everybody how rich you are. That's what you're doing.
Yeah. But I mean, what's he gonna do? Go move into Old Colony Estates or something? You know,
Like,
is he gonna fucking live here in this neighborhood? Where's he gonna live?
I like what Warren Buffett did. He has a 6,000 square foot house that he bought 45 years ago,
Yeah,
and
they
that's
call
where
that
he
modest, huh? That's not that modest. I thought he lived in like a 2,000 square footer.
No, it's like 5,500, 6,000, which
not-
I thought
It's a
is
decent
bigger
size
than
house.
I thought.
Yeah, me too.
But he paid like 38 grand for it.
Oh, really? Well, Nebraska, you can get away cheap. I
Yeah.
know that. Nebraska, South Dakota, those places like that,
Well,
man, you can still
figure
get a house
Warren could live
for less than
in,
50 grand.
could buy a football stadium and turn it into a house. You know, if you wanted to.
Well, I mean, that Dallas Cowboys stadium there cost $1 billion or $1.4 billion. He could buy that for a house. Fuck it.
He probably could
Call up
write
Jerry.
a check for that right away out of one of his accounts that he doesn't even pay any attention to.
Right. It's pretty funny. The Cowboys are worth fucking $4 billion plus. With that being, the team is the cornerstone, but the team owns the stadium as well.
So funny, these rich guys. I think that's why I kind of like Warren, because Warren can just go and like buy Jerry Jones.
Yeah, if Jerry
and
was
sell
selling
him and then buy him again
yeah.
and then sell him. And, compared to Warren, Jerry Jones ain't shit.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, Warren has the cash to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, during the financial crisis, Warren loaned
They're not publicly
Goldman
traded
Sachs.
companies, though, by the way, them NFL franchises.
No, I know. But Warren loaned Goldman Sachs $5 billion.
Nice.
Just wrote him a check.
Right.
All right. 10% interest and,
Right.
some other little fucking kickers. Because Warren ain't stupid, obviously.
Yeah, right. Well, he ain't giving the shit away.
No.
He'll sell you a little money.
Yeah. He'll rent you some dough.
That's what it's
The
about.
rent's going to be steep.
That's what it's all about in America, anyway.
But you know what? This piggery, the greed, I don't know. I think it's part of the...
I'm telling you, the piggery is part of the whole fingering chicks thing, too. Matt Lauer is obviously a pig. Look at the house he just bought.
Yeah.
He feels entitled because he's a big shot with a big house
But he's...
that he can fucking put his hands on whoever he wants to.
You know what he is, though? He's a guy
cunt.
that
That's
gets
what he
on
is.
a fucking morning TV show.
But
and talks about shit.
he generates a fucking years of his income in less than a week on that fucking Today Show. That's how much fucking money that thing makes.
Apparently, Today's show is worth $500 million a year to NBC.
All right, so he makes all right, so whatever. So if it's $500 million,
That's what I read.
yeah, so it's making
Well,
$10 million a week.
Yeah, more.
It's making $10 million a week. So it takes 3 weeks of the year to pay. What did I say? 2 weeks?
No, less. 52 weeks. Yeah, less. But yeah, it
Takes less
makes
than a
lot
month
of
to pay
money.
fucking Matt. Right?
Makes a lot of money. I think
Yeah.
it's the biggest. It's their biggest fucking money maker. But still, what does
yeah,
the
because
guy
it's every
do?
day. However, it's not their highest rated show. The
Well,
Crown.
It's their
I'm
most
just.
watched show.
It's their most.
something.
They bill. Well, their most watched show, any individual show, is Sunday Night Football. But they don't. You can't bill as much doing fucking
No,
16
we're
shows
talking
a year
about-
for football.
This is 5 days a week.
No, I know it's 5 days a week all year. But I'm saying, as far as eyes on of course it's going to generate more. And it's fucking the fucking Today Show is on from 7 in the morning till noon, isn't it?
This is the part of the United States that I'm all with. We do have a great country, but this whole bunch of fucking gropers, the gropers. It just shows some of these people who, you know, all right, so you can make a few people laugh, or you can
get people to watch TV or whatever.
Watch, you know, what have you really done?
Yeah. I'm wondering, it's all actors and people in the media, and now it's like, I bet you a big sports guy is next, you know, or maybe not. Maybe guys who are athletes don't have that in them. I don't know.
It seems to be, well, people that gravitate towards the arts. Although I don't know if you call it. Well, Kevin Spacey's an artist. I think of Kevin Spacey when I say that.
Yeah, well, Kevin Spacey and George Takei are the same thing. They're artists.
Kevin Spacey is some sort of a homosexual, bisexual, something or other.
I believe he's a homosexual man. I don't think he's anything bisexual about it.
And also very well known and
talented.
Yep.
And creepy. He's a creep.
I guess. Well, I never
talking to the top of that fucking microphone, will you?
Until he,
can you talk into the microphone or point it at yourself or something?
I never thought of him as creepy until he did whatever he did. What did he do? Did he finger somebody or fuck a boy?
He
or
fucked a
14-year-old?
He at least tried, at least conspired to fuck a 14-year-old, and then, 98 other people came out.
I don't know. I think, you know what they should do? Here's the deal. You can have your career back. We're going to put you right back into all the movies you're going to make.
But first,
we have to cut your cock off.
No. I was thinking more, you have to watch your favorite child die.
No. What you got to do is you just have to have your cock chopped off.
They used to do that, by the way. That's what they used to do to guys who diddled people. They didn't kill them. They fucking chopped their fucking nuts off and fucking eunuched them.
It's the nuts.
They can keep their fucking pee-pee
so they can pee. Is it the nuts or the cock?
It's kind of both, but you kind of need your cock to pee too, or you could,
well, you could have a little hole. Well, like a little, a woman's pee hole. You'd have to sit down and pee.
Just to think about it, the whole ordeal. Oh,
now castration is taking the balls out, right?
Yeah, and I think that's an easier wound to close than chopping a dick off. That's why
How about if you chop half his cock off?
Oh, vile.
You can just see they could never chop my cock off because I couldn't get any of it onto a stump.
John Wayne,
like a stump.
Yeah, right.
Well, they'd have to have somebody.
Listen, mine
stretching the motherfucker.
Mine would just do what it does every day, and that's duck itself back up inside my body. They couldn't chop that thing off. You know what I mean? They'd have to come and press both sides of my pubic mound, and maybe the thing will pop out.
It's fucking hiding. It's running scared.
You'd be better off with a melon ball scoop than a fucking knife for me. You know what I mean?
An ice cream scooper.
Just go
in and get his cock.
You know what I'm talking about? One of them ridged little fucking melon ball scoopers.
A
then
fucking pair of tongs.
Yeah. Oh, that might work. Yeah. Tweezers, actually. Never mind tongs. Tweezers, baby. Which, that's an old image when it comes to fucking small dicks.
But no, it's just I don't know. I don't know what you do with them.
And then the king of it, who started all this, I think, was Harvey, and now he's been accused of sex trafficking in France.
Yeah,
he'll be on trial for that. But
Harvey going to jail would be kind of fun.
Well, I mean, he's just gonna die in jail. What fun is that?
Meaning leave him out there?
And he's not nearly as fun as OJ, say.
Have somebody fucking kill him?
No, I don't know.
I told you my OJ thing. OJ's fucking great.
Well, OJ rules.
OJ's
back in Florida, by the way.
OJ's never going to kill anyone else. I told you all about my theory on OJ.
I don't know.
He was married. He had that ex-wife who was basically just a fucking money-grubbing whore.
Right.
And I'm going with Bill Burr on this, that there's a lot of fucking gold-digging whores out there, and she was just one of them. and he got tired of fucking being squeezed. OJ, you better give me. I'm gonna cut off you seeing the kids. And that poor Ron Goldman just happened to be just collateral damage. Sorry for the Goldman family. And she's fucking dead, and the world didn't even skip a beat. You know what I mean? Nobody gave a fuck.
Reminds me of a joke.
Well, a lot of people apparently cared. That's the problem. That's another problem with the United States is the OJ trial by itself is proof that there's a problem in the United States.
Well, that was the beginning of all this
because it's
celebrity craziness.
Because it has nothing to do with your life.
20 whatever
I
years
lived
ago.
3,000 miles away from where that happened. It has nothing to do with me.
That was the beginning of instant news. You know what I mean? Instant live news.
Well, no, that
you used to
actually,
not even be able to get.
CNN went on and turned on in 1980.
No, I know, but it's still
It's
a lot of
14
shit was
years
on
later.
delay. But a lot of shit was on delay up until the early 90s. You know what I mean? You couldn't even watch live TV from Europe in 1990. They would have to fucking tape tennis matches and shit, show them later in 1990.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
They didn't have a satellite feed?
There was no fucking watching anything live from California.
I think you're wrong.
Really? No, not until well after 1990. There was no transcontinental or transatlantic fucking live TV until the 90s.
Well,
Talking
I'm going to
about
take
live, son.
I'm taking your word for it.
Yeah.
Because who am I? Who am I to say that you're
Watching
wrong?
the Olympics on tape, the whole Olympics on tape. Now if it's the Olympics are somewhere overnight, you can watch live shit on fucking, one of NBC's affiliates. And then there's, they'll tape all the good shit for you too and show it on primetime. But you can watch it live. You never used to be able to watch it live.
Do you know John Conyers is 88 years old?
Yeah, he's an old bag, man. An old ball bag.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
not that this is, great, but Louis C.K. Hiccup in here.
Jesus.
Louis C.K. did these things 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like he did them last week.
So did fucking Russell Simmons.
Well, he
Russell
raped
Simmons, but that was 25 years ago.
He raped a girl. All Louis C.K. is, and I know I'm very defensive of Louis C.K.
Yeah.
All he did is jerk off in front of some people.
Yeah.
You're
right. It's aberrant.
He didn't even like blow a load on him, or at least nobody said that.
Or in a plant.
Well, or in a plant. But Harvey raped a few girls too.
Yeah. I'm sure Louis raped a few people. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think so.
I believe his
they
behavior
would have come out.
I believe his behavior shows that. There'll be more coming out about Louis. You'll see.
You think so?
The second he tries to pop his head back up, someone's going to go, I don't think so, Louis. You raped me. You know what I mean? You'll see. You'll see.
Well,
every one of them's a rapist, Joe.
You think that if you're jerking, you're raping?
Absolutely. You're jerking because you aren't raping at that moment.
Right. You need to be raping.
I mean, look at fucking Harvey. He's just one of these guys who needs to constantly be fucking sticking his cock in. So it doesn't matter if it's sex driven or power driven, whatever they say about rapists. But the whole jerking off thing and raping, he just needs to be coming at 24 hours a day. You
think Harvey's fucking anybody right now?
Yeah, absolutely. He's probably got some fucking $10,000 a night gorgeous chick. He doesn't give a shit. He's not looking for love, He's looking to blow his fucking load. That's it. And he can't take no for an answer. So he might as well buy him, but you can't always be buying. There's a little thrill to the hunt, I'm sure.
Well, Charlie Sheen just went out and bought him, and that kept him out of trouble.
Yeah, except it got him AIDS is what got him.
Well, he did marry that vapid fucking cunt there.
Denise Richards. He got AIDS after he was done with her.
But didn't he give her AIDS?
Oh, I don't think so. I'm sure he gave her warts, at the very least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's got something down there that you don't want to go near.
I'm sure she's smelly. She's beautiful, though. She's a good-looking
She
girl.
is an attractive woman,
Yeah.
especially in that movie with whatever the fuck it was.
I can't even think of anything she's been in. I just know her as a
She was
celebrity
in a movie with.
and a good guest on Stern because she talks about blowing guys and taking it in the butt and all that.
Yeah, because she's a pig.
Oh,
She's
there's
an
nothing wrong.
absolute pig.
Why does that make her a pig? Sounds like a good time.
Well, no, she's just a pig.
Well, she must be. She was fucking had kids with Charlie Sheen. She's clearly a pig. You know,
I believe
doesn't
that.
make her a bad girl. It just makes her a pig.
No, I'm not saying it just makes her a pig.
Yeah, she's a pig.
But what's the guy's name? Matt Dillon. She did a movie with Matt Dillon,
Okay.
and there was another girl there who you know the name if I could think of it. And it was like fucking in the 90s. And Matt Dillon was a teacher. And they said that Matt fucking,
Figured him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I never saw that movie.
Yeah, you did.
No, I actually didn't.
I'm telling you, you saw this.
That was around the time I started losing interest in movies, by the way.
So
I didn't, which I'm slowly regaining. I'm looking forward to the Star Wars movie, but that's about it coming up.
Matt Dillon and Denise Richards. Something Wild, I think it is, before it comes up.
Oh, now I know what you're talking
Wild
about.
Things.
Wild Things. I definitely did not see that movie.
And Wild Things had, the fuck is the girl's name there?
I don't know.
Oh, it was Neve Campbell. Neve.
Oh, wow. That was a long time ago.
Neve Campbell in a threesome.
Yes. Another good-looking girl.
Right. Well, and much better looking then.
Oh, I'm sure she's still beautiful.
Because we're going back to like 1998. Yeah, it's going back a ways.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably Hollywood's fucking nadir, Nadir. Just the worst time for fucking movies, the late 90s.
You think?
Oh, just a drought. You know? I mean, for me anyway, I wasn't really interested in. So I lost interest in Hollywood movies around that time, actually mid-90s on. I didn't really start getting excited about movies again until the last 5-6 years, and I don't even go to. I never go to the theater. You guys go to the theater?
No,
Yeah,
I haven't
don't go
been
to
in.
the theater.
We haven't been in years.
I mean, you just wait for them to come out. It is nice just once in a while see something good on the big screen, but I always pick something weird to see. It's not like I go see the blockbusters.
Well, we used to go as kind of a rule. We went down to the theater down in Wareham. There.
Yeah, yeah.
But now apparently, I've never been in the theater in the mall.
I haven't been in it since it's. Oh no, I have. I take it back. Yep.
With the new seats and all that shit.
I've been there. It's nice. It's nice.
Because there's just nothing. There's nothing that you can't see on TV in another 3 weeks.
Kat and I went up to the one in Randolph, which is the real theater seating with the fucking big comfy
I've
recliners.
been there, actually.
And I don't remember what we saw. It must not have been anything good. First of all, it must not have been anything good because you know the deal when you go to see a movie with your wife, unless you really are in the same things. With men and women, that's their biggest difference on is fucking sex schedules and fucking movie choices. If you're at the movies with your significant other, you can fucking guarantee she picked the movie. And you just went, all right, that doesn't sound too bad. You know what I mean?
No, Patty and I were pretty much on the same page.
Oh,
so
right. I've never been on the same page with anybody.
But I'll tell you something funny. A lot of these shows, movies, various things like that, they have to have this various obligatory sex scenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I fast forward through them, and I say to Patty, I go, if I want to watch,
Well, that's because it's a man and a woman, Joe, and not two men.
if I.
You know you keep it on
I
when there's
would.
two men.
I would if it was
No,
two
you know
men,
you do.
or if it was a man and a boy. But I'm like, if I want to watch fucking porn, I can get the best porn on the planet
Yeah, right.
in like 10 seconds. So
Yeah, anything you want.
I want a good story. I
Yeah,
don't
right.
care. And I'm like, who do they make this for?
Women.
The people that
They make it for women.
do women want to watch the sex scenes?
They want to watch love scenes. Definitely.
I mean, they're love
Dry
scenes,
humping.
but they're
They don't mind
well,
dry
first of
humping.
all, there's always. Do you notice in every one of these fucking sex scenes, the woman is jammed up against the wall immediately?
Yeah.
You know, where they're tearing their clothes off,
Yeah.
and her legs, both feet are on the floor.
Right.
Maybe one comes up, and a woman's vagina is basically aiming straight down.
Yeah, right.
So unless that guy has like a fucking 14-inch curled, a cock that looks like a, you know, like a half moon,
Yeah.
he's not getting his dick inside there.
It's a real hard position to pull off.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you have no penis. So
Well,
you're right.
you have to have a substantial penis
Yeah.
to reach that.
Yeah.
So now it would make more sense if he gets her against the wall and then her legs go up over his shoulders.
Yeah, or around his fucking waist or something. And then you got to hold her up, and that's a whole other.
And why is there always this fucking? It's like they're rabid dogs all over themselves. You know, just, can you just give her a kiss and not like try to bite her fucking lip off?
I try to inhale her.
Yeah,
Or, eat her. Well, whatever.
just makes it more full of shit.
I guess. I mean, I don't know, Joe. It sounds like they're just acting passionate. Some fucking director is telling them what to do, and I know what you're saying, by the way.
But the directors,
Every time I see someone on a TV show or a movie start to kiss or anything, this is what I do. I look at my wife and I go, ew, just like that. I hate it.
yeah,
I hate that shit.
It's not that I can't sit through it. It's just I don't want. Like there's a lot of show. I was watching a show. Problem is I think I've got
Barney and Friends?
fucking dementia. I can't remember anything anymore.
Yeah.
But I went on the internet and said, best Amazon fucking shows, best Netflix series.
Right.
I was watching one of them last night. Oh, I've been watching Hannibal. I started that from the beginning. There's 3 seasons. And because I was like, I didn't want to get back into the whole, Silence of the Lambs deal.
Right.
But actually, it's pretty good.
Right.
But there was some sex scene in that. Maybe not. But you just fast forward.
So what's
through
that
it.
on? What network is that on?
Hannibal is Netflix, I believe.
Man, there's so much to watch now, isn't there? It's crazy.
And TV's just better and better.
It is. You can find something to watch.
Do you know there's
Believe
people
me.
that think that they throw their lives away by watching television?
What do you mean?
Well, there's people that think that, all I do when I'm not at work is watch TV. And I'm like, that's a fucking dream,
Yeah,
isn't
it is. Yeah, I like TV.
How would you like
I
to
don't watch a lot of it, but I like it.
How would you like to get out of work and have to go to the fucking dump and sift through the fucking trash for your dinner?
Yeah, right.
How would that be?
Yeah.
I don't do anything. I just go to work and then I go home and watch TV. And
Sounds like a dream.
It's a fucking dream.
Yeah.
I was watching
Especially these days.
I was watching a show in China, right?
Yeah.
These people, they live, it's like this fucking plastic picture, mountains of plastic all around you.
Yeah.
And what these people do is this guy, he's got his own business.
Yeah.
This is in China. So this guy's like fucking on the ball. His business is he's got like his kids and his mother
Yeah.
and his mother-in-law and sister-in-law, and they pick the plastic trash. and you have to pick like the right plastic for
Yeah.
whatever you're doing, and he throws it into what is he's got no shirt on, and he just
Yeah.
throws it into a chipper, and it chips up the fucking plastic.
Okay.
And once he gets like 400,000 pounds of it, they give him like 50 cents. And his kids are fucking like picking up stuff with
It's a weird show.
food on
Are you
it.
sure it's China and not Japan?
No,
That sounds very
it was
Japanese.
China.
Is
No,
it?
no. Nobody lives like that in Japan. I mean, these people are like, I've been doing this 8 years and I've made $47.
Right.
You know, and he's thinking he's done really good.
Right.
It's a horror show. The way most people live on this,
Oh, I know.
this country, in
this
this
world,
world is,
yeah.
it's a horror show.
I know it is. We're very lucky. We live.
So lucky.
We're like
All our problems.
we're better
are
off
just shit.
than rich Romans were in Roman times because they didn't have plumbing, frankly,
Which is why I get so
or
you know,
cable.
That's why is Matt Lauer grabbing some girl's tits really that big of a deal?
Yeah, but he's grabbed a lot of people's tits. It's turning out it's not an isolated incident. You know what I mean?
But you know, is it? Who really cares? Other than the people he's grabbed.
Yeah.
you know.
Again, it goes back to
Pay them
it's not
and fire them and get rid of them.
it's not news. By the way,
No,
just
it's not news.
It's
It has,
bullshit.
North Korea launched a fucking ballistic missile that
That's
can hit the
news.
United States.
Yeah.
That's news.
Yeah.
Because I hope that Trump nukes North Korea.
It could happen, dude.
Trump's basically saying to the Chinese and the South Koreans and the Russians, this is your deal. You either take care of them or we're gonna.
Well, that's why Tillerson and him butt heads.
Well, because I think Rex is trying to do this more
Diplomatically, yeah.
Trump wants
That's
to
his job, by the way. He's the top diplomat. That's his job.
No, I know, but I think Trump wants to basically say, we're going to fucking bomb, we're going to kill them all. Those people are so fucked up in that country. I don't even think they could adjust to normal life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you've been brainwashed, like say, you're one of these people that have been in a fucking basement for 40 years, with the lunatic that's
Right.
keeping you in there chained up, and they throw a stake down every 3 days or something that's
Right.
rotted. I mean, if you get out, what kind of meaningful life are you going to live?
None.
Well, all
Unless
those
you got
North
some family
Koreans,
member somewhere who remembers you, but
what I'm trying to get at is dropping an atomic bomb on North Korea is probably doing most of the North Koreans a favor.
that's really not that big a deal, by the way.
And I'm not talking about just one. I'm talking about several, but small ones. You know what I mean?
Several small ones?
Yeah. Small atomic bombs.
Yeah.
Like a kiloton.
How big was the one in Nagasaki and Hiroshima?
That was like 15. But what you got to do first when you start bombing them is you got to go near the border. So you got to tell the South Koreans, hey, get the fuck out of here. And you got to kill all their troops because they have a huge army ready to flood into South Korea in a moment's notice.
Right.
You got to kill all those motherfuckers real quick. And then you just wipe out the whole country.
Right.
And you do it over, several days so that the fallout isn't that great, depending on where the wind's blowing.
Right.
Hopefully it blows out to sea.
So it doesn't hit Seattle in like a week.
No. I'm talking about you don't want it to blow down to South Korea and
Wow.
kill some of that.
By the way, if it does,
into China.
that'll be fine.
Well, I wouldn't mind, but I think the South Koreans might mind.
That'll be all right. They'll be fine.
I mean, your fucking Hyundai might be radioactive when you
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Glowing and shit.
Right.
So you don't want any of that stuff. But I don't know. It's time for the little midget to go away.
Yeah, I think. I still. I don't know.
I had to take a little pee here.
What the president's gonna do, but I gotta hand it to old Rex Tillerson.
He's a class
He's a classy guy, man. He's a smart guy. He made his way however he made it. And he's wealthy and nobody wanted to give him a chance. And, other than us loyal Trump supporters. And it turns out the guy is really a diplomat. And that's what he's trying to do. Now, old Donald, he gets impatient and that's fine, But
I don't even know. Are they having difficulty?
Yeah. That's why it looks like that guy, Mike Pompeo, the CIA director, is going to be the next Secretary of State. It's probably they're probably not going to pull the trigger on it till after the first of the year. But
I think they should put Hillary back in, send her somewhere.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I think that. I mean, that's obviously you're not serious because you know that Trump fucking hates Hillary.
I hate Hillary.
Everybody hates Hillary. You know who else fucking, it turns out, hates Hillary? John McCain hates Hillary. And you would think, Mr. Down the Middle, although I guess he's going to vote for the fucking tax package. But anyway, he just told Hillary the other day. Did you see this one?
Shut the fuck up.
He said, "You got to move on, honey. You can't rewrite history." That was a direct quote. You can't rewrite history.
No, you lost.
Yeah.
You lost.
And he told her, because he knows about losing, and he told her, let history judge your campaign.
Right.
You got to move on. And he said, the hardest thing to do is just shut up.
Yeah.
So he sounds like old John is sending his ex-colleague some life lessons or whatever. But she won't go away. She won't shut up.
Well, and it's the reason why I don't hate anybody, and except when I talk about Hillary Clinton, I get the hate going.
Yeah.
And it's because her fucking husband got away with, all the feminists gave that fucking cocksucker a pass.
Yeah.
None of this, you don't even, we heard a little bit about Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
But he fucking raped people.
Oh, yeah.
Rape.
Rape. As Whoopi would say.
Yeah.
Rape.
We're talking rape.
Hi, Whoopi. How's it going, baby?
And he got away with it.
Yeah.
This fucking whore had her own server, and she had classified fucking information on it, lied about it to everybody.
Yeah.
And she skated away. She should be in fucking jail.
It seems treasonous, doesn't it?
It's not true. It's illegal. What she did was illegal.
Yeah.
And this fucking whore is running around talking about, I lost. You should be in jail, and you should be thankful that you're not in fucking jail.
Right.
But I hope they do investigate her, because there's new information that came out. And
I don't think they care.
Put her in fucking jail.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people.
I think they're
Americans care.
I think they're literally afraid that they'll be killed.
Who?
Whoever fucking goes after her. It seems
They have no power anymore.
well, they can still hire somebody to kill somebody like they have before.
Yeah, but you got to be in power to cover it up.
Yeah, that's true. They probably wouldn't be able to cover it up anymore, would they?
Nobody fucking likes it.
Who the hell is Kate Steinle or whatever the fuck?
Kate Steinle is a woman who was murdered by an illegal alien who had been, I don't know. The guy had been deported 7 times.
Where was this?
In San Francisco.
All right, this isn't. I don't care.
There it is. Deported 7 times. Not guilty in murder of skate.
All right, so he didn't kill her.
No, he killed her, but
Oh, we got found not guilty. But you're saying, I believe you if you tell me. Just because he got found not guilty doesn't mean he killed her. If you tell me he did, I believe you. This story means nothing to me. It's not news.
I haven't seen any of this.
I've never seen it.
This story is really old. Bill O'Reilly, apparently this fucker killed her.
Jose Zarate. What up, Jose? What up, baby?
Well, they didn't prove him guilty. But he was deported 7 times. He's been in trouble with the law. I think he's still in the fucking country.
Well, I mean, if he's on trial, I mean, would they try him in absentia or something? Oh, they did.
Did they? Oh, no.
Would they
no,
bother? Would it be this big a deal if it was in absentia?
No.
It looked like
No,
he was in
there.
They had a picture of him there, yeah.
Yeah. He's illegally being tried, I guess. And it's just...
Why is he illegally being tried? I don't get it.
Well, because he's in the country illegally.
Oh, so he shouldn't even be getting tried?
I don't know. I don't know how it works.
I don't either. I'm not up on that.
If you've been deported 7 times, you probably shouldn't be here, I guess.
Right.
So what are they going to do with him now? Are they going to set him free in San Francisco? This is the problem with these assholes that want all these fucking people in here.
Right.
Move them into your house. Let them live with your fucking
with
kids.
you. Right.
With you.
Yeah.
Have them sleep in your kids' fucking
Yeah,
room.
he gets to sleep in the house, not the shed.
Right.
He's in the house.
And you'll notice none of them will do that.
Make him a little breakfast in the morning.
Right.
He likes his eggs fucking over easy.
If you're so concerned about him.
And bacon only. He doesn't do sausage. Bacon, please. And some beans. He wants definitely some beans with his breakfast.
I only raped her. I didn't murder her.
Right.
She was still alive after I hit her with a fucking rock.
Ugh. She looks like a pretty girl, too.
She is.
This other guy's all worked up on the left.
Oh, he's getting crazed. Crazed.
Yeah, well, it's still early. I don't know. I don't know what the lineup is. I watched the lineup for a long time. The classic fucking... it was fucking... Who was on at 7?
The Fox News lineup?
Yeah, first O'Reilly at 8. Fucking Fuckface at 10. Oh, they replayed O'Reilly. I can't remember who was on before him now. Before Tucker? I can't remember. Wasn't it the Chickie? Oh, yeah, Megyn Kelly. That was a fun lineup. Megyn Kelly and fucking
they're paying
O'Reilly
her.
and then Hannity.
She's now the highest paid person at NBC with the lowest rated show.
It's awesome.
And
wow, she makes more than Jimmy Fallon, huh?
she's like $23 million.
She definitely makes more than Jimmy Fallon then.
And
I think he only makes 15.
she is a vapid. The problem with Megyn Kelly is it's all about Megyn Kelly.
That's fine. I mean, you
No,
don't get to win.
the news doesn't matter. It's about Megyn. She makes
Yeah.
it about herself.
Yeah,
Somehow she injects herself into the story. That's
Yeah.
why she's horrid.
I think that's
and
why she's famous.
She will be fired though soon.
Well, eventually, but they're gonna have to pay her, so that's fine.
Yeah, no, she'll go away. Well, she's
Yeah.
making nice money now. And
Yeah.
She'll go away with a nice payday, and
Yeah.
she can. I don't know. She and her husband can do whatever they want.
Yeah. I mean, if I was her husband, I'd say let's travel and fuck a lot. Sounds like fun, doesn't it? Drink,
I don't know.
eat, fuck.
I think she's probably already bitten the head of his cock off,
Nah.
just as a like a teaser.
I'll tell you right now, his penis has never been in her mouth because she doesn't need to do that. You know what I mean?
Maybe she wants to.
I don't think so. She doesn't look like that kind of. Although maybe she's fun. I don't know. Who knows?
She looks like just a horrid fucking.
Yeah,
human
see, I don't
being.
think so. I think she looks like an angel. That's what I think.
I know you think, but you don't see the fucking pure evil in those eyes.
No, I don't.
Just like waiting to pound. She's just evil. I think she's fucking evil.
I think you see it as evil, and I see it as deep love for me.
It could be.
Yeah.
Matt Lauer had soft eyes.
Speaking of fucking deep love for me, Matt Lauer, everybody.
Poor Matt.
We said
Poor
it at the
Matt.
same time.
What's he gonna do with this $33 million mansion?
He's going to lose $15 million on it, is what he's going to do, or more.
Well, I don't think Matt's been making like $20 million for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
He's got to have some dough saved up.
Oh, yeah. Well, I believe he doesn't have a mortgage on the new manse. You know what I mean? He just bought the fucking thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy enough to look up too, but I doubt he has a mortgage on it. You know?
I'm looking up the mansion. We're going to see if we can see a picture of the fucking thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's probably crazy.
Yeah. Big ass fucking horseshoe looking fucking thing. Dormers and big slate hip roof probably. Widow's walks everywhere. Columns and shit.
It's like a whole bunch of houses glued together.
Is it? You got it?
No.
I
don't know if I
that's
really
the thing
got it.
That's the thing I liked about Stern's little 11,000 square footer is that it looked nice. It looks really nice. It's like a nice house, you know. Looks like a hotel, like a nice hotel in Maine or something. You know, the Hotel Stern.
They had a brick mansion in New York.
Like in Manhattan?
I know. Someplace in New York.
Yeah.
Matt Lauer.
Matt Lauer needs to die. That's what Matt Lauer. Hey Matt, how's the marriage going, buddy?
Well, now Matt can stay home and fuck his kids.
Oh, I think they all go to fucking prep school or away school, boarding school.
He can still fuck them.
Isn't that so fucking cliche though? With the super rich, the children are at away school, all of them. You know what I mean? This is just the way it is when you're rich.
The wife needs some
It's
time
fucking
to
weird,
herself.
man. It's almost again one of those status things. My kids don't go to, well, never mind public school. They certainly don't go to school in this fucking area code. Never mind zip code. You know,
I can't find pictures of his new house.
It might not be. It might be that new. You know,
I think it's that new.
No one has cared yet.
But no, you can't find it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm not surprised. He literally just bought it, so people haven't had time to follow him there.
It's probably just some crazy sized place where he can, I don't know,
disappear.
Whatever they do
forever.
in those places. Well, do you think he's ever going to work in TV again?
No, he's done. These guys are every single one of them, done.
Do you think he's going to be a stand-up comic?
No. He's going to try his damnedest to raise his kids fucking part-time because his wife is going to leave him and take the kids.
Well, aren't the kids like...
Well, he's got one son who's 16 and then he's got like a 14 and an 11 or something. Those kids are not, you know...
You think the wife's going to leave him, though?
Absolutely.
Really?
She actually filed for divorce, I don't know, 10 years ago or something, claiming that he was fucking vicious, and then she recanted a month later.
He does look like he's vicious.
But some of the allegations she made, and that's all public. That's all on. You can find it if you look for it. It's fucking. He was vicious to her, according to her. But then somehow he sweet talked her.
I can see her. I can see Matt Lauer just smacking the shit out of a woman.
Yeah,
can't you?
Absolutely.
Just fucking smacking her and like her bleeding and shit, and him grinning.
Remember he had that thing, what they call it, like, where in the world is Matt? I'll tell you where he is. He's hiding in his fucking new mansion.
He's in another country slapping the shit and raping some woman.
Oh, boy.
I think that's what Matt was doing, flying all over the world,
that
raping
was a big
people.
Deal, that fucking Russian Olympics, too, man. They fucking...
Hey, he's an
all the heavyweights were there.
He just fucking loves raping people.
Apparently, he loves to rape people. You know what I mean?
At least he loves fucking abusing them.
I'll tell you
Nothing
what.
like making somebody. So here's a person that's making all this money, right? And they're living they got houses all over the place, but they still have to make somebody feel bad about themselves. What is that?
It's called evil. That's what it is.
Well, it's definitely fucking evil.
Yeah.
But what? You got the whole world by the balls. Why would you fuck that up? Like if I
They say the true measure of a person is give them a little power and see how they treat other people.
If I landed that job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd quit in 2 weeks because I'd be thinking about hanging myself because I'd have the first week I'd take like 3 days off. The second week, maybe 2.
Bang it on your second.
But because I don't want to go in there and talk to anyone.
Yeah.
I don't want to meet any fucking actors.
Oh, yeah. Much less talk to fucking Savannah or whatever the fuck her name is.
God,
Can you
she's
imagine?
just fucking. She's just.
And
boring.
apparently he did apparently he did a big number on that Ann Curry whenever they let her go 5, 6, 7 years ago. And they were partners. And she tried to tell everyone that he's a cunt and no one would listen. And now people are like, oh, hey Ann, it sounds like maybe you were right.
Yeah, but she's
just like, I'm not saying nothing.
Ann's a douchebag, though.
You think?
She was just like.
When she was starting there and was just reading news or whatever, the first time her face popped up on screen, because I used to watch a Today Show, I thought she was beautiful.
She had this
I remember first time I saw her.
Absolutely false, 100% false sense of sincerity.
It's because she's really just a news reader. That's really what she doesn't have personality.
She do the whole.
She doesn't have any personality.
It's so sad that these 2 children died in a plane.
She had no personality.
And she didn't give a fuck, and you can tell.
I think that's why Matt didn't like her, because she's just cold, ice cold, because she was a news reader who they tried to make into a host, and it just didn't work out, And
they got Hoda.
Hoda Kotb, who's got a nice fucking set of lips there, Hoda.
And what's the other? Kathy Lee, right?
Who's got nice cans, yep. Hoda's got little cans.
And then they got Megan.
Who's Megan now?
Kelly.
Oh, I haven't seen her on the Today Show yet, by the way. I haven't seen it at all.
Didn't they carve out like an hour of the last hour of the Today Show?
You know why? Because
put that douchebag on?
Because I think Hoda and Kathy Lee were doing 10 to 12. Now they do 10 to 11, and Megan closes it out. There's different hosts all morning, Yeah. I think Matt and Savannah were off at 9. Someone else came in at 9 before fucking Hoda and Kathy Lee, too.
Well, the Today Show was 6 to 9, right? 6 o'clock in the morning till 9.
I believe
Maybe
currently
7.
it's 7 to 12. 7 to 12 is the Today Show now.
But I want to say they used to start at 6 in the morning.
It used to be 6 to 9 back in the Jane Pauley, Bryant Grumble days.
Yeah.
Grumble days.
That's when people get up.
Yeah, that's when you watch what's going on in the morning.
But
again, like those guys, Al and Savannah and fucking Matt, not anymore. Fucking, they were doing like 7 to 9.
Yes.
2 hours because, God forbid, you work 3 hours.
For that $20 million.
You know what I mean? Although they'll tell you that they work all day, except on the days they don't.
Well, we have to do a lot of planning for the next day.
Yeah, show
prep.
We're
going to ask, Corey Feldman about his new movie.
I think that Matt had some editing power over that, but he just basically gave everything the final nod, yes or no type of thing.
Probably didn't give a fuck.
He wasn't providing content, put it that way. Everyone, they got all them, production. No, they're producers who produce the fucking content, and he goes, okay or no, and they put the show together.
Have you ever heard an interesting interview involving a film actor?
Let me think about that real quickly. Sometimes I can answer these questions quick. Hold on. Like a really interesting film actor. Well, I mean, I thought one of the funniest ones that popped into mind, and it's interesting, was Sean Connery basically telling Barbara Walters that he'll slap a bitch. Do you remember that? If a woman gets shot a little out of hand.
Horrified. That was
interesting.
I saw that.
Not that he's a great thinker or anything. I think that's what you're asking.
No,
have you ever heard an actor ever really be
They're
interesting?
fucking morons.
Yeah, they are. They're dumb people. They're handsome and they're pretty.
There's a show called
Not
Top
a lot of
Gear,
intellectual guys out there.
which you never watch because it's about cars.
Oh, I have watched it. We've talked about Top Gear on the
And now the same guys that are doing Top Gear, December 8th, the second season of GT,
Okay.
which is the same 3 guys that did Top Gear. That's now on Amazon. It's basically called GT, Grand Grand Touring or Grand whatever. Turismo or what. And this is an Amazon thing who hired them to do this program. So they'll be but they had Top Gear, which still is going with like Matt LeBlanc and some other fucking people.
Right.
They had a U.S. Top Gear and a U.K. Top Gear.
Right.
The U.K. Top Gear was the only one to watch.
Right.
And now somehow Matt LeBlanc's on the U.K. Top Gear, even though he's not from the UK.
Wow.
So, at any rate, they would have this in the middle of the show. They would have some celebrity moron on there. And then they'd send him out in a car on their racetrack and see how fast they could take. It was the same car. It was like a fucking Nissan Sentra. And see how fast they could do a lap.
Right.
And I always would just fast forward to, I don't care. I don't care about your new movie. I don't want to see, I don't care.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't have anything interesting. Oh, well, I played this role and it was really difficult. And,
Yeah, right.
you know, the way that I got upset was I fucking
pretended to be upset.
I hit myself in the balls with a ball-peen hammer.
Right. That's upsetting.
And then I was, then I could cry a little. It's just like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Boring idiot. Take your money, get out, race the car, and shut the fuck up.
Hey, Joe, I got to take a break. We've been talking for an hour and 17 minutes.
Let's take a break.
All right. And we're back.
Falling asleep right on the air here, Al.
You're that tired, huh?
Nah,
Believe me, I'm dragging ass too.
it's an ass dragger.
We were just talking about Michael Moore admitting that Trump's basically his fucking end all be all, and that Michael Moore wants to tongue Donald Trump's taint, basically. Thank you, Michael. But did you see earlier this week? And
Does not.
It's already not news because I wrote this down Monday night or Tuesday morning, but I thought it was interesting that Trump and Wolf Blitzer had a quick little snit over fucking Twitter or something.
They did.
About the whole fake news thing. Wolf says that basically CNN's reporters risk their lives every day and don't have time to concoct fake news.
Right.
Trump responded by saying that he just wants a contest to see which network is actually the most dishonest. He wants someone to come up with a fucking algorithm to figure out which of them actually is the most dishonest. So, well, which one you think is the most dishonest?
Well, I would
probably NBC.
I think what they should do is get Howard Stern to run it and have it a pay-per-view contest.
That's pretty funny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, put all the data together and then have a big announcement.
Yeah, right. Figure it the fuck
and
out.
The worst one gets, they all have to get naked and get fucking, thrown into a pool of ice water.
How about they just get forcibly dissolved? And
something. Burn.
The whole news agency has to fucking, you know what I mean?
But
it's probably the New York Times, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Something like that. Washington Post.
Well, even Michael Moore said that the New York Times has lost all credibility.
The eighth wonder of the world.
Yeah.
The fucking New York Times.
It's a fucking joke.
I cannot
Joe
think of
Scarborough had a little war with Trump. See that?
What about what?
Joe Scarborough said Trump has early dementia because apparently when
who
Joe
doesn't?
Scarborough was a congressman, somebody that worked for him, a woman died somehow.
Okay.
He didn't kill the woman or anything.
Yeah, right.
But
right.
like
he was near. He was in her life. And
she dropped dead
right,
of something.
Right.
Probably a heart attack or something.
Yeah.
But Joe Scarborough is a scumbag because that he was fucking those two. That Mika Brzezinski, who's got to be one of the dumbest fucking human beings on the planet.
I fucked her. She just laid there.
Yeah. She was divorced. She silently divorced her husband.
Okay.
And Joe Scarborough was fucking her the whole time.
Oh, you mean up until and through the divorce?
Oh, what do you think? They just waited?
Did he drop her right after she divorced her, I wonder? Or were they together? They didn't live together or anything, did they, Joe and Mika? After she got divorced?
They're together now.
Oh, are they? I don't know. How the fuck do I know?
No. They're together now.
Are they really?
Like,
so
that
awesome.
sort of came out.
Now, did he have like a longtime spouse or something that he ditched
He's
for
had
Mika?
two wives.
Oh, okay.
That he's fucking
Did he ditch
left.
number 2 for Mika, or do you know? For Mika?
I believe.
Plastic laminate girl?
He left. He's got like several families. He's got one. He left a wife down in because he lived on the Panhandle.
Right.
That's why he's got those beady fucking eyes.
And that little drawl. That's his real. That's a real Floridian accent, by the way.
That's a dog.
Hi,
we call that the dog fucker drawl.
Right.
The DFD. Dog fucker drawl. Well, and then he was living with his ex-wife up in Connecticut. He was married to her. They got divorced, and he was living in the house. But now Mika was married to a news guy, and she got divorced. And then all of a sudden, the news came out that Joe and Mika were seeing each other.
Right.
So what I'm saying to you, do you want us to believe that Mika didn't suck Joe's balls while she was still married to the guy?
Yeah, I'm sure there was, consenting sexual fucking...
Although I get the feeling, I don't know if she'd know if there were fucking balls in her mouth. She said, "Oh, well, you told me these were fucking dumplings. They are, honey. They're hairy dumplings."
You think she's that vapid, huh?
Oh, she's No, she's fucking dumb.
You think?
Oh, she's
I mean, she doesn't look that great that she can
she's
just get that job by being good looking. Or do you think is that what it is?
she's dumb.
Yeah.
She's got something wrong with her. And she's got these tics. She has all these. If you ever watch it, she has all these like faces.
Was she around long enough to ever have been on Imus?
She's a fucking moron.
Do you know if she's been around long enough to have been on Imus?
Well, she's been around. I don't believe I've ever seen her on Imus.
Okay, because it just seems like someone he could probably have a lot of fun with on air. You know what I mean? Because he picks on all those people, you know? And they all kowtow to him, kiss his ass and shit.
He had Scarborough on years ago when
I vaguely remember that.
Do you remember Joe Scarborough had a show called, I think the first one, it was Scarborough Country.
Yeah, of course.
Remember that?
That was when they were both on Fox, though, right? Not MSNBC. They were on Fox.
Scarborough was MSNBC.
And that's when
Imus was MSNBC.
Briefly, he was on there. Okay.
Oh, he was on MSNBC for a while.
Would you say it was 5-7 years or a little less? Or it's just so fucked, man. Because
it's really hard.
It's hard because I know you were too, but I had been listening. The first time I listened to Don Imus and got hooked was 1988. That's fucking almost 30 years ago, and he's just been all over the place since then, especially on TV. You know what I mean?
Well, he got kicked off MSNBC because of the nappy-headed horse thing.
And then he went to like the Farmers Network or something after that, right? First,
yes, like
before he resurfaced on Fox Business,
the fucking pig channel,
something
as
farm or something.
Terry Bradshaw called it.
Yeah,
it was, I don't know, farm TV.
By the way, Terry Bradshaw is a wonderful talk show guest. He's a funny dude.
He's crazy.
And you know what his job was, right? You know what he got famous for first.
Well, he was a football player.
Do you know specifically what his resume is? It's impressive.
He won 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah, very good. See, you know more about sports than you fucking.
No, I know about Terry Bradshaw.
You know what team he was on, right?
He was on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
See, you know all this shit. A lot of people don't know that, by the way. They don't.
I just
can't
know
do that
about Terry Bradshaw
because he's interesting.
He's very interesting.
Another guy who was in the Burt Reynolds movies, by the way.
Yes,
back in the day, he used to get hit and spit his teeth out and shit.
And beat the shit out of people.
He was just a big dude.
He calls himself like, I'm just a big beast or something like that, you know.
By the way, a mediocre quarterback at best, but he did win 4 titles. That was back before the quarterback wasn't as important in those days. But he was never one of these guys who like held all the records and threw all the touchdowns. He just knew how to manage the game real well, you know, which was cool. He's a fucking interesting dude. He must be 70 by now, huh?
He's kind of nuts. Well, they had a show. Did you ever see that show? And I thought they were going to keep it going, but where like it was him and George Foreman.
Oh yeah.
And they like traveled to Thailand or something. And
yeah, that was brief. They were gonna, but it didn't work out. You know who it was? It was, I'm sorry, George Foreman, Terry Bradshaw, Henry Winkler, the fucking Fonz.
Yes.
And
yes.
Fuck, another guy. Who was it? It was like I can't remember.
It's like Charles Grodin or something.
I think it was another black dude, wasn't it?
I don't know.
But I know the show you're talking about, and it was fucking awful. It sounded interesting, but it wasn't that good, man.
I liked it.
Did you?
I did.
I did. That's right. They climbed in the little fucking the Tokyo hotel, traveling hotels there in the airport. Remember, they all got in a little pod and went to sleep.
Several shows, and they were fucking funny.
George Foreman, Terry Bradshaw. Fuck, I think it's another actor. Henry Winkler. Oh, it just flashed in my head. It wasn't Sylvester Stallone. Someone like that.
Dolph Lundgren?
No, like a fucking Italian guy. Not De Niro, but someone like that. I can't remember who. Maybe it was Louis Anderson.
No,
that's a joke, by the way. Poor Louis.
Isn't Louis dead?
I don't think so.
No.
Ralphie May died.
Oh, yeah.
That's different. Louis Anderson might be dead. He's been unhealthy for a long time, and both mentally and physically, I guess. Talk about a depressing dude.
Louis Anderson?
You know who else I used to find depressing, but she's very uplifting now. She was on Stern again last week or the week before, and he used to battle with her, and she hates Trump, is Rosie O'Donnell. But she's so interesting and so funny and so quick. And now she's on this show, Smilf. Have you seen this TV show? I know you watch a lot of shows. You familiar with what I'm talking about? See, she's pretty good in that. Although I'm genuinely disinterested in that. Although the good part about that show is the broad's fucking son, who's played by a little girl, by the way, the child with the nice blondish, brownish afro, that is a little girl.
William Shatner was on the show.
That's Shatner. That was it. I knew it was another actor.
Better late than never is the name of the show.
Shatner.
There's going to be a second season, it says.
With the same four of them? Terry Bradshaw, Henry Winkler, William Shatner, and George Foreman.
Right.
What a fucking... I mean, that's the Fantastic Four.
It's better late than never.
By the way,
they travel around.
Shatner has no fucking scruples at all. He'll take anything, huh?
He's a whore.
I think it's I think it's Winkler's show. Like, Winkler owns the show. And, he's not really a presence on TV. He's probably been looking for a vehicle for a while. But, I mean, you can understand why George Foreman's on it. He's a whore. He needs the money. Terry Bradshaw, fuck it, right? He's he needs to diversify his portfolio a little bit. But fucking Shatner, he doesn't need that, does he?
Shatner's like 97 years old.
He's pushing 90, I think.
He's definitely pushing 90.
I think he's that much older than Uncle George.
And but he still looks good.
He's fine.
And he's going to die
on camera. He's going to die on camera.
Just drop dead.
Did you ever watch the he was in Murphy Brown and not Murphy Brown, Boston Legal with Murphy Brown, with Candice Bergen. You ever see that Boston Legal that he was on with James Spader? The two of them are both crazy. You love Spader, right?
I like Spader.
He's great, especially in that. I think are you up to date on that show, the spy show that he's on?
No.
I lost interest like 2 seasons in, but I heard it got really good, But I like Spader. I do like Shatner. I think Shatner's a fucking funny guy, man. Certainly a great talk show host, talk show guest anyway. I don't know about he tried the host thing. Did you ever see the show he had? And he had like one of those love sofas where he's sitting on one side.
Oh yeah,
and the other person.
Yeah,
it's like closer than you and I are. Right
there were
now.
2 episodes, and it ended.
Oh, is that all?
Well, he was asking these really fucking deep questions.
He wanted to get Howard on that. Howard's like, "Fuck that! You and George are gonna do it."
And no, it's just getting back to Rosie O'Donnell. I think she's a disgusting animal.
Do you really? I think she's really funny and quick.
Well, she is funny and quick.
Yeah, she reminds me of Louis C.K.
You know what she is? She's just one of these people that she's right, everyone else is wrong, and if you don't agree with her, you're some sort of a phobe.
Yeah, well,
that's what she is.
I know what you're saying, but she's entitled to that opinion, I think.
Yeah, you're entitled, but doesn't mean I can't say you're a fucking scumbag.
Yeah, I guess.
And she's got like 5 kids. Well, didn't she get?
I think she's a communist.
Didn't she get divorced? And there was some fighting going on over the kids.
Well, that was a long time ago. Her ex died, by the way, within the last year.
Yeah, but
and now she's getting married to some other chick.
Yeah, so
fine looking.
All those kids are going to end up fucked. I'm telling you.
Well, they're all almost grown up.
Yeah, but they'll probably
it's been that long.
They're probably fucked though.
That talk show of hers was over 20 years ago.
Yeah,
isn't that amazing? Time flies when you think of it in that perspective.
Kids are all fucked.
Remember when she was like a VJ on VH1 or something? That was like her first gig.
I remember when she was actually pretty for a little while.
Yeah, for a minute.
Like
for a minute.
Those movies with Richard Dreyfuss and Emilio Estevez where they were both hiding out in the fucking woods. They were detectives or something.
Yeah.
I think that was in the 80s.
Yeah, late 80s probably.
Actually, she wasn't really that good looking there either.
No, she was awful looking. She was never really pretty. I remember
but she was funny. You know when these people become too serious and then they're not funny anymore? That's what happened to her.
I remember when she was on VH1 and I was a teenager and I was concerned that I was watching her and not finding her at all sexually attractive. Like I remember trying to find her sexually attractive. When she, so that would have put her in like her mid-20s or something. She was not an attractive girl. Funny though.
I love the fights. The couple of fights she had with Trump. It was great.
Oh yeah, it's still ongoing, by the
Because
way.
Trump just called her just a fat, evil,
Useless
pig.
whore. Yeah, shit like that. Oh, Matt. Oh, Tucker is talking about Melissa Francis in April. Predators and other news. Ah, well, that's the thing.
Who's Melissa Francis?
I don't. Probably someone who fucking.
Oh, that's the childhood. She's out of her fucking mind.
Is she? She looks it, by the way.
She was on Little House on the Prairie.
Really?
And she wrote a book. Imus used to have her on. And like her mother would like pull over on the highway and throw her out of the car and she had
really?
to walk like 10 miles home
That's
when she was
funny.
4 years old.
What did she read the news on
She's
fucking Imus?
crazy. Well, she's bright apparently, but she's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the eyes.
Yeah, no, she looks
She's
nuts.
out of her mind.
She looks nuts. By the way, and not the good nuts either.
No, she's fucking nuts.
And you know me, I like crazy chicks. I don't.
Tucker looks a little nuts too.
Tucker looks scared, is what he looks.
Yeah. Is she gonna bite my balls off?
Now she must be someone who is this someone who he's gonna argue with, or are they just gonna? Say,
No,
yes,
she's
you're
on
right?
this channel.
Oh, all right. All right.
She's been on for a while.
So she's kind of a talking head.
Like apparently she's married with a couple kids and she's sort of normal, but you just know she's still crazy. She has to be.
Right.
All right, we have to end this show.
That's fine.
I'm tired.
Yeah, that's all right, man.
Hey, all you assholes out there.
Now listen, you know where to find us because you're listening. But if you could please put links or whatever on your fucking social media stuff, that'd be great.
Yeah. And
we're
not
trying to
to
build-
if you like us. If you don't like us, well, fuck you.
Well, if you don't like us, you could do it too. That's fine.
Yeah. Share
And
us
it's-
with somebody.
It's
and say,
SoundCloud.com, kinda right.
or just type in SoundCloud.
Or just put in kinda right podcast in your browser, and a lot of shit's gonna pop up.
Maybe.
You're gonna be on. We're on iTunes and all that stuff. So,
Yes, it will.
and if you could, don't just listen to it once in a while. Download an episode just to see what happens.
if that, yeah.
I know that nobody does that anymore because you can just whatever app
You can just
on.
listen to it, I
Well,
guess.
Yeah, but then you press stop in your app, and then it lives up under the cloud in your app as well. And then when you turn the phone back on, you press play. You never download it. No one downloads the shit. You know, you don't have to.
Technology is changing fast.
It's great, isn't it?
Yes.
It's the way it should be.
Yes, it is. It's great.
All right, Joe. Well, it sounds like you're gonna what? Is it Saturday or Sunday? What do you want to do?
Let's do Saturday.
Saturday early evening.
Yes. And if anything changes, I'll call you before then.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Have a good one.